Hey everybody, it's WillBits, and we are here with a time-limited quest, Flying Solo. It's for Talbot. This is apparently a way to earn Talbot as a friend. I'm not sure how I feel about friends being attached to time-limited things, but we'll worry about that when we get into it. Let's get into it. When Talbot starts missing class and isolating himself, you embark on a mission to uncover the cause and get him to accept your help. Convince the aloof Animagus to open up, and you'll earn Talbot as a friend.
We need to talk about Talbot. Let's meet in the Great Hall now.
So yeah, you got 4 days to pick up Talbot as an actual friend, which, you know, more things to grind. And also, him being, like, stuck in these kind of side quests means that he's probably not going to be in the main plot very much. Which is a shame, because he seems neat. I've seen an eagle flying around the school grounds a lot recently. I hope all the pet rats are safe.
Sorry, I'm a bit preoccupied tonight.
Chiara has been slowly creeping into the main stuff.
Some bloody bird tried to nest in my hair earlier.
Well, maybe you should brush it. Boom. Alright, we're here with nobody. Oh, I should really change this outfit. I'm gonna do that after this.
Oh, you're here, Will. Thanks for coming.
Of course, Penny. Now, what's wrong? You sounded worried when you asked to meet.
It's Talbot.
Talbott Winger? The one who helped us brew the Animagus potion? What's wrong? Is he hurt?
No, at least I hope not. He's been spending all of his time alone recently.
No offense, Penny, but have you met Talbot? He makes Snape look talkative.
I know, he's a private person, but I've been his friend for a while. I can tell something's wrong. Plus, he's been missing class, even Transfiguration, and that's his favorite. I'd ask him what's wrong myself, but I haven't been able to find him. I think he's been avoiding me. That's why I asked you to meet, actually. I was hoping you might know where he is.
Sorry, Penny, I haven't seen him at all recently. Is he over there? Well, I'm done looking. But let's ask around. Surely someone has to have seen Talbot. Alright, get our initial quest. Oh, seeing the 3 stars weirds me out because I don't see it that often. Had some extra energy because that's what I got from the failed House Pride event. But actually, 8 energy is more useful than a sweater that I'm not gonna wear. So, who's laughing now? Gryffindors. There, we got to clear it out slightly faster. That's odd. I asked everyone who knows him, and it doesn't seem like any of them have seen Talbot recently. Whatever's going on, it doesn't seem like he's ignoring you specifically.
Though I'm glad he's not only avoiding me, now I'm even more worried. I want to keep looking for him, but I promised I'd tutor a few first years in potions now.
Don't worry, Penny. I'll find and talk to him.
Really? You're checking on Talbot for me? Why?
Talbot's my friend. I'm actually gonna press that one. As much as I do like Penny and still want to help her, Talbot's my friend. Even if he doesn't like to admit it, I'm worried about him and want to make sure he's okay too. Besides, this might be a good opportunity to try to get to know him better.
Thanks, Will. It's a relief knowing you'll be there for him if he does need help. Talbot might say he'd rather be alone, but I don't think he really means it. I really appreciate this, Will. Let me know how it goes and if you need any help.
Of course, I'm heading to the courtyard now. I'll look for Talbot while I'm there. But first, we're taking off this hat. You know, I don't hate the side cut, but I think I'm gonna put old blue back on. It's less ridiculous than the cap. I kind of like the metal with the golden snitch animation behind it, because it's like, hey, get out of the way! Get out of the way, you darnell! We're just gonna wear this for now. A little more casual, a little less crazy. I mean, it's still a little crazy. More casual, it's fine. Talbot, when I told Penny I'd look for you, I wasn't expecting you'd reach out and agree to meet me here first.
So it's true that you and Penny have been looking for me?
Where'd you hear that? Everyone I talked to hadn't seen or talked to you in days.
A little birdie told me. I was the little birdie. I was spying on you.
Nice try, but bird puns won't distract me from asking about what's going on with you.
It was worth a shot.
Talbot, I'm being serious. You've even been missing class. When Penny told me how concerned she was about you, I couldn't help but be worried too.
I appreciate the concern, but as you can see, I'm fine.
Are you actually fine, or are you just lying and telling me you're fine, so I'll leave you alone?
If I tell you I'm lying, will you keep pressing me to find out what's wrong?
Yes? Just tell me. Just tell me what's wrong, because I'm gonna badger you until you do.
Then I'm actually fine.
Talbot!
So I spend a lot of time alone lately. That's not exactly newsworthy. Why do you care if there's something bothering me anyway?
I care about you. It's not, I'm doing it for Penny as a bad answer here. I consider you my friend, Talbot, and I care about you. If something's bothering you, I want to know, so I can help. I thought you opened up to me back then because you thought of me as your friend too. Was I wrong?
I know I called you my friend earlier, but it's just because I got caught up in the moment. It's not that I don't like you or anything, I'm just not ready to call you my friend yet. You barely know me.
I know you're a bird. Birds are pretty simple. Part of me was hoping this was my opportunity to change that. Fine, we don't have to talk about what's wrong. We can play a game of gobstones instead. But if I win, you have to at least consider telling me why you've been extra distant lately.
And if I win?
I'll tell Penny you're actually fine and never bring any of this up ever again, but also you'll never win. Because I'll just keep playing you over and over again until I win.
Alright, Will, if you beat me at gobstones, I promise to hear you out.
Alright. I kinda like plot gobstone. Ooh, those are low stats.
Your distractions won't work this time, Will. I don't intend to lose.
I've been practicing gobstones. Me too. I'm gonna guess that it's birds. No, oh, the ministry is bothering him more. Oh, I see what's going on here. Fortunately, my bonuses are so insane that it doesn't matter what I press.
I'll admit I didn't see that coming. Maybe you didn't keep distracting me.
Distractions? What distractions? I'm just making small talk. No, there's no distractions. I'd rather just keep to myself. I'd rather report you to the ministry. I would rather eat giant sandwiches, though. If anybody has a giant sandwich, just go ahead and send it to me.
I know when I've lost. I suppose I can at least hear you out.
I could have done the wrong answers and would have just slammed him.
Alright, well, you won, just like I promised. I'll hear you out.
Talbot, I know you don't like talking about yourself, but you shouldn't be afraid to tell me what's bothering you. You trusted me with your secret that you're an unregistered Animagus. And even though I decided to register as an Animagus, I know telling me you're unregistered can't have been easy. I guess what I'm saying is, I hope you know you can tell me anything.
Shh.
I know you don't want to talk, but you don't have to be rude.
No, I mean, I heard footsteps. I think there's someone listening.
Is it someone from the ministry?
Hominum Revelio.
Oh, Merula busted. Merula, you were spying on us? You can turn invisible? What else have you been spying on?
She must have been under a disillusionment charm. That would explain why we didn't notice her until she moved. How much did you hear? Nothing, I was just passing through. Invisible, in the courtyard when no one else is. Like I'd believe that. People who are just passing through don't use concealment charms. Even if I had heard you, what makes you think I'm interested in your little gossip? I have better things to do with my time. Even though she denies it, Merula had to have heard I'm an unregistered Animagus. If that's not bad enough, everyone in school knows her parents are in Azkaban for supporting you-know-who. The child of 2 Death Eaters know I'm an unregistered Animagus.
I'm so sorry, Talbot. I had no idea Merula was listening in on us.
It's fine.
Let me talk to Merula. Maybe I can...
No offense, Will, but you've done enough. Quest over. Friendship cancelled.
But I know Merula, and kind of intimately. I can at least try to convince her to keep your secret. In fact, I'll go find Merula and talk to her right now.
Thanks, but I don't need any more of your help. I'll handle Merula on my own. The bird way. Bird law.
Time to activate bird law. Bird law is a lot of pecking.
If you must talk to me, you might as well come now. I'm in the potions classroom.
All right. This is definitely an earlier year. Just going by Talbot's stats and Merula's attitude, this feels like this happened a couple years earlier in the story than where we are.
What do you want bedtime studying?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was hoping we could talk.
This is about you and me. I already told you I didn't hear anything.
Do you really think I'm daft enough to believe that lie?
Are you sure you want me to answer that question?
Why were you spying on us, Merula?
Why are you so incredibly annoying?
Look, Merula, you can keep avoiding the subject all you want, but I'm not leaving until you agree to talk, so you might as well just cooperate.
You're really not going to go away until I do, are you?
Now you're getting it.
Fine, but I'm going to finish this potion first, so you might as well grab a beaker and make yourself useful.
Fine. Oh, and I can't... Okay, I'll wait for my energy, because I can't cheese this one. Fine. Making me do things properly. This really is an old quest line. Here in year 5, we only get 1 star if we're lucky.
Fine, I admitted I was thinking on you and Talbot, but only because I thought you had info on a cursed vault.
Leave that vague. A cursed vault. Could be any cursed vault. So you were lying.
Yes, alright, I lied about not hearing anything. So what?
Nah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for spying on me and lying about it. I would have done the same if I were in your position.
I wasn't spying, I was keeping an eye on my competition. And what's that supposed to mean?
So just to be clear, you weren't spying on Talbot and me to try to learn our secrets?
Like I said, I wasn't spying, I was keeping an eye on my competition. And why else would I be interested in you and your odd friends?
I'm not sure whether to be relieved or insulted. You could be both.
If that's all.
Wait, Merula. The real reason I came was to convince you not to tell anyone about Talbot's secret.
Why shouldn't I tell anyone Winger's a registered Animagus?
I'll make you is violent. You're better than that is appealing to a Merula that I don't know that we've revealed yet. I like the not button, actually. I'll owe you one. Merula? I'm gonna say you're better than that. You might be a lot of questionable things, Merula, but I know you're better than that. We haven't always gotten along, but Talbot hasn't done anything to you. Even you wouldn't potentially ruin someone's life for no reason.
Thanks? I think? Are we friends or what?
What's going on here? What's going on here, Merula? So will you keep Talbot's secret?
We'll see, won't we?
Merula, this is serious. This is sizzless. This is sizzless!
I am being serious. I'm very serious about ruining someone's life.
I better find Talbot now and warn him about Merula after he told me not to say anything to her, and then I said things to her and potentially made things worse, which was the reason he didn't want me to say things to her. Great.
I said about what happened and I'm ready to talk. Meet me at the 3 broomsticks.
Oh yeah, dueling event. There's dueling. You can get a spell that causes people to fall into an enchanted sleep. That's just what we need. More stun spells. Thanks. Thanks for coming, Talbot. After Merula heard me blurt out your secret, I was worried you wouldn't show.
I figured I owed it to you to say that I don't blame you for what happened. You couldn't have known Merula was hiding and listening.
Does that mean you'll let me help you deal with Merula?
No, it's still best if I take care of this on my own.
But Merula heard that I'm an unregistered Animagus too. This is my problem just as much as yours. Wait, I thought we registered. Are we not registered? We were supposed to register!
Don't you think I can handle this by myself?
Of course not, but you don't have to handle it by yourself. Look, why don't we both just go register? And then there's no problem. There was a reason we didn't register and I've forgotten what it was. It's fine. Why don't we talk it over? I think you'll see we can solve this problem a lot easier if we work together. Is this... Oh, this is a conversation tree. I love these when my stats are really high.
I understand what you're saying, Will, but it's easier to take care of this myself.
I'm gonna choose bad answers on purpose. Why are you so set on helping? I feel obligated. I don't really care. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You're making sense, but...
I understand. Let's keep talking. You might start to feel differently.
I'm better off alone.
I think so, too. You made Talbot feel worse. But also, your charisma roll was a natural 20, so who cares?
I don't need help.
You need all the help you can get, man. Talking like men. Yeah, we passed anyway. You might be right.
You may be right, Will. It's very persuasive.
Literally cannot fail that at this level. I'm glad you see that it's better to work together to handle Merula, Talbot. It's not always easy to let people help you. But I don't know where I'd be at if I hadn't accepted help with the cursed vaults.
So do you really think we should try to convince Merula to keep our secret?
Actually, I already tried. I know you told me not to get involved, but I really thought I could help.
Tried? I take it that it didn't go well.
Merula didn't seem especially interested in reporting us, but she didn't promise she wouldn't either.
Then I guess we have no choice. We'll have to use the memory charm Obliviate on Merula to make her forget what she heard.
That is risky. That can be very risky. Memory modifying charms are pretty serious magic. If we're not careful, this spell could backfire, or we could accidentally damage Merula's memory.
So we'll be careful.
Not to mention we could get in trouble if the professors found out.
Since when has the threat of getting in trouble ever stopped you? Look, I'm not exactly thrilled about the idea ever, but I can't trust Merula to keep my secret. I don't know about you, but I don't want to wind up in Azkaban when the Ministry finds out I'm unregistered.
Maybe you're right. There's a lot to lose.
Just not sure how we're going to learn Obliviate.
Let's go to Professor Flitwick. If we're careful, I bet we can convince him to teach us the memory charm. I don't know about this plan. I don't know about any part of this plan. But alright, part 2. Having convinced Talbot to let you help him, you work to keep his secret safe and get him to open up. Alright, let's go on an adventure together, Talbot.
I'd be happy to help with a charm. Come to the charms classroom anytime.
Okay. Thanks for agreeing to meet us, Professor Flitwick. We were hoping you could help us with a tricky charm.
Of course, Mr. Bits. It's so encouraging to see students eager to further their education outside of class. I'd be happy to help you with whatever you'd like to learn.
Great.
Okay, because we were hoping you could teach us the memory charm, Obliviate. I'd be happy to help whatever you'd like to learn but that. Are you sure you're not interested in learning the lessons you missed during your absences, Mr. Winger?
Please, Professor Flitwick, we understand it's not a spell to be taken lightly, but we feel we're ready. And once you teach it to us, we'll make you forget that you taught it to us so that you won't even know about it.
I assume you have a good reason as to why I should teach you Obliviate.
We're considering becoming Obliviators. We'll learn it either way is a funny threat, but I'm going to say Talbot and I have been reading ahead and came across the memory charm while studying. We know it's not taught in our year, but we found it so fascinating we were hoping to get ahead in our studies.
You're correct. I don't typically teach such a complex, serious spell to students at your level. Whatever level that is. I'm not going to say what level it is. However, with the exception of Mr. Winger's string of absences lately, you've both proven yourself to be exceptional students, and I do admire your pursuit of extra learning.
How to get the Ravenclaw on your side. Just nerd it up.
Very well, Mr. Winger, I'll teach you the memory charm, Obliviate.
Okay. 3 hours? We need all of them. All the stars. Alright. Thanks for teaching us Obliviate, Professor. And then he obliviates us.
Or did I? I trust I don't need to remind you that the memory charm can be dangerous. A crucial part of learning Obliviate is recognizing when and when not to use it.
Incoming important decision. Of course, Professor. We understand.
We won't misuse it. Should you try casting Obliviate on someone so Professor Flitwick can make sure you're doing it right? Mr. Winger has a point. It would be safer if I were able to monitor your first time casting. Still, you can't exactly practice on a training dummy. You're gonna have to try it out on one of us.
No offense, Talbot, but I feel more comfortable casting Obliviate on you.
I can't say I wouldn't do the same. Just try not to make me forget something important. Rather than erase a pre-existing memory, might be easier if you tell Mr. Winger a new piece of information. Something he didn't know before and wouldn't forget. Then use the memory charm to erase that memory. If you're just gonna erase my memory of it, you might as well tell me an interesting secret, Will.
Whoa, you can go straight for the I fancy you? That would be interesting. I suspect someone I trust is R. Is pretty interesting, though. I think someone close to me, someone I trust, might be spying on and planning to betray me. But I'm so afraid of being right that I keep telling myself I'm just being paranoid.
I find that it's easier to assume anyone could betray you. You can't get hurt that way.
Talbot?
Not to interrupt, but perhaps now would be a good time to try casting Obliviate.
Alright, here goes nothing. Brrr. Tie a little knot in your brain. Cause a teeny little stroke. Obliviate. And you just forget selectively that one last thing I told you. Be pretty funny if you're like, oh, I fancy you. Just kidding, I don't. What do you remember, Talbot?
I remember you choosing to practice Obliviate on me, then nothing.
Then Obliviate worked.
Now you got me curious. What did you tell me?
I'll tell you later. Boop. I will not tell you later, Obliviate.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Men in Black jokes coming in. Flashy thing. Just look over here for a second. Thanks again for the help, Professor.
You're quite welcome. Now let's go. It's time we had a talk with Merula.
Alright, a talk. I already feel bad about this.
I invited Merula to the courtyard. Head over here now so we can be ready before she arrives.
This is gonna end poorly, I think. Deal with Merula. Gonna jump her in the middle of the night, huh? Did you invite Merula?
Yes, I had Pixel deliver her a note I wrote in her handwriting asking to meet her here. Merula should be here any minute.
You know Pixel? And it listens to you?
She's an eagle owl and she's nothing like her owner.
Let's not get too defensive about it.
What? I spend a lot of time in the gallery. It's quiet and owls don't judge, like some people. Anyway, we should get ready. I need to be prepared to cast Obliviate on Merula when she arrives.
I know that was the plan, but I'm just not sure. It still feels risky. I'm not sure if it's right to tamper with memory.
So you're going to put my safety at risk because of a feeling? Merula will be fine. I'm counting you to do what's best, Will.
This feels bad. This feels not good. This feels bad and not good. Alright, I really hope they give me some options here, but I'm very afraid that I'm gonna get butt thou musted into doing something bad.
She's coming. Quick, get your wand ready.
Okay, alright.
Regpick, I got your note. Well, seem to be all alone here. Probably should have scouted first with my ability to turn invisible, but I guess I'll just walk in and wait for something to ambush me. What do you want, Bits? I'm meeting someone.
Merula, we...
Wait, is this about Winger being an unregistered Animagus again? Now's our chance, Will. Use the memory charm on Merula.
No, I don't want to. No, it's been too long, and it's too dangerous. I'm sorry, Talbot, but I can't use Obliviate on Merula. I just don't feel comfortable using it on anyone, even Merula.
You were gonna use what on me? It's easy for you to say. You're registered. You don't have anything to lose. But for all I know, she's planning to run off to the ministry to get me thrown in Azkaban right now. Is that what this is about? If you won't do it, Will, then I'll have to.
Wait, no! Expelliarmus! Stop! Expelliarmus! Just let me explain. If you're still not convinced by the time I'm done, I'll cast the memory charm on Merula myself.
Whoa, hello. Don't get out, I get to say any of this.
No. Not now, Merula. Your feelings don't matter.
Doesn't look like I have much of a choice, but you're gonna have a hard time convincing me to trust her.
I understand. Merula doesn't exactly, have the greatest track record.
Hey!
And I know she wouldn't promise to keep your secret.
Ugh.
But she didn't seem interested in exposing your secret either. Plus, not even Merula would ruin the life of someone she barely knows for no reason.
That's enough. I'm capable of speaking for myself, you know. What Bits is trying but failing miserably to say is, I've seen what Azkaban is like. And I'll deny this if you speak of it again, but I wouldn't wish that on anybody, not even Bits.
That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Merula, other than I wanted you to ask me to the dance.
Don't get used to it.
So what do you think, Talbot? Do you trust Merula?
No.
Oh.
But I also don't think she's lying about Azkaban, so I'll trust your judgment, Will.
Thanks, Talbot.
Yeah, thanks. Kind of. Wait, what am I saying? I don't care if you believe me. I better go see Madame Pomfrey. I must be ill.
Since you're being
honest, I feel uncomfortable using Obliviate too, but I didn't think I had any other choice.
I wonder if you go for it, does he stop you? I hope. That'd feel kind of bad.
I'm glad I listened to you.
Of course, Talbot. Maybe now we can talk about why you've been missing class and avoiding everyone. You know, as friends.
It's not that I'm not grateful for what you did, Will, but this doesn't change anything. You're not my friend, and I still don't want to talk about it.
I'm gonna go see Penny now and complain to her for a while. Why don't you come hang out with us? We don't have to talk.
I'll pass. Tell Penny not to worry about me.
Jeez. Well, I'm kind of glad that went the way it did, but...
Can you meet me in the Great Hall now? I'm anxious to know how Talbot's doing.
Not doing great. We almost obliviated somebody. For no good reason. Why is it that not being able to have something only makes you want it more?
What are you talking about, Rowan?
Are you talking about my prefect badge? Because you blew it! I was gonna give it to you and you blew it!
Oh, I'm glad you came. How'd it go with Talbot?
To be honest, Penny, it didn't go well. I'll spare you the details, but he kept dodging my request to tell me what's wrong. Though I can tell you that he didn't seem to be hurt or in any kind of physical danger, so that's that at least.
I'm disappointed that Talbot wouldn't tell you what's wrong, but I'm happy to hear that he's safe.
I don't get it, Penny. Just when I think Talbot's coming around, he pulls back again.
Talbot can be like that, but I wouldn't take it personally. I think he's just afraid of getting hurt.
Wow. Penny, I know you're friends, but I didn't know you knew so much about Talbot.
I know all sorts of things about all sorts of people, Will.
Oh.
Kidding, mostly. In all honesty, though, I think I only seem like I know a lot about Talbot because everyone else knows so little. But if you like, I can tell you what I know about him. It might help you get him to open up.
That'd be great, Penny. I'll give you all the advice I can get. Alright. Consulting with Penny. They're making me work to get these 3 hours. There's gonna be some people who don't get to be friends with Talbot, and they're gonna be real salty about it. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Thanks for the advice about Talbot, Penny. Maybe I can use some of this to help win him over.
No problem, Will. I love helping my friends become friends. Though I'm curious, why are you so interested in befriending Talbot and getting to open up to you?
Wow, a second I fancy him potential. I know a lot of ladies I think really did fancy him, but I can tell he's a good guy. I suppose it's because I think that as flighty as he pretends to be, he's a good guy. He says he'd rather fly solo, but I'm not convinced that's true. I think he secretly wants more friends. Also, I'm also an Animagus, and I can turn into a bird, and that should make us, like, have a lot to talk about. We can turn into birds and talk about bird things. It hasn't come up yet, somehow.
I think you're right, Will. I hope Talbot ends up coming around. He could use a friend like you. You know, now that I think of it, there is one person Talbot talks to even more than me.
Really? Who?
Professor McGonagall. You could try asking her about Talbot.
Thanks, Penny. I think I will. With any luck, she'll even know why Talbot's been acting so odd. Okay.
You mentioned wanting to discuss Mr. Winger. I'm available now in the Transfiguration classroom.
She says that, but then I'm gonna go down there, and she's gonna be like, I'll talk to you after class, and I'm gonna be like, okay. Okay, no, doesn't seem to be classes in session. A lot of cats, though. Professor McGonagall, I was hoping I could talk to you about all of these cats, and also Talbot.
Ah, yes, you mentioned wishing to discuss Mr. Winger.
Penny told me you and Talbot talk often, so I was hoping you could tell me some more about him. I can tell something's wrong, but every time I bring it up, he finds some way to avoid my question.
Miss Haywood is correct. Mr. Winger comes to ask me advice from time to time, both professionally and personally.
Even though he's a Ravenclaw and you're the head of Gryffindor?
We Animagi must stick together, Mr. Bits. Plus, he originally came to me to ask about my time in the Department of Magical Law Enforcement in the Ministry. It seems he's interested in becoming an Auror.
I had no idea. See, that's the kind of stuff I was hoping you could help me with, Professor.
I'm hesitant to discuss a student's private matters with another student, but I've also been worried about his behavior lately. It's not like Mr. Winger to miss class or our meetings.
That's why I've come, actually. Both Penny and I are worried and want to help, but we don't know how.
Very well, I'll tell you what I know. Though I hope you don't mind if I get ready for my next class while we discuss Mr. Winger. I don't have much time to prepare the classroom between classes, you see.
Of course not, Professor. I'll help, too. We're gonna put all these cats into bags, and then we're gonna let the cats out of the bags. Cats, 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 cats. The cat noise there especially makes it. Alright. So, Talbot came to you and asked if you'd seen a necklace of his right before he stopped coming to class. Ooh, enchanted necklace.
Yes, one with a white feather. He was so upset, so I imagine it had sentimental value.
You think he's acting this way because he lost that necklace?
Not entirely, no. He looked upset even before it happened, but I'm sure it didn't help. I have my suspicions about why that is, but I'll keep those to myself.
So if I help Talbot find his necklace, maybe he'll tell me what's been bothering him.
You'd have to ask Mr. Winger that.
Thanks, Professor McGonagall. I think I will.
One last thing, Mr. Bits. If you do see Mr. Winger, please let him know we've been missing him in class.
I'll be sure to when I go ask Talbot about the necklace. Thanks again. Necklace. Necklace. Alright, part 2 is complete. Part 3, Flying Solo. You helped Talbot search for his missing necklace, learning more about him and growing closer along the way.
You probably won't take no for an answer, so if you're set on talking, I'm in the courtyard.
Good, you're still here, Talbot.
I appreciate that you're so concerned about me, Will, but I'm busy.
You're busy standing in the courtyard, waiting for me? Busy looking for your feather necklace?
Who told you?
A little birdie.
I suppose I deserved that.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna do it again if you don't start talking to me. You deserve more than that. Consider yourself lucky that a sarcastic remark is all you're getting. Oh, wait. Now we're being a little hard on him.
Yes, sir.
My point is, just let me help you already.
You might be right, Will. I don't have any reason to not trust you. Not like we had a plan and then you betrayed me at the last second by not doing what the plan was. Plus, not like keeping this to myself has gotten me any closer to finding my necklace. Alright, Will, I'll take you up on your offer to help, but we're still not friends. We're just people who hang out all the time and help one another and have delightful conversations.
If you say so, Talbot. Still, you made a smart choice. I was beginning to question the Sorting Hat's decision to put you in Ravenclaw.
Haha.
Still, this necklace must be pretty important for you to be so upset about it going missing.
I guess you do deserve an explanation. That necklace was a gift from my mom. She made one for my dad and me not long before they were killed. She was a swan animagus. She made it with one of her own feathers. It's one of the only things I have left of her.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Talbot. I can see why you're so upset.
It's my fault. I thought it would be safe if I always kept it under my robes, but the clasp must have come loose. By the time I noticed, it was long gone. I've already searched the Owlery, the Forbidden Forest, the training grounds, and the Ravenclaw dorm, but no luck. I was just about to check the courtyard again.
Don't worry, Talbot. We'll find your necklace. Let's search around and see what we can find. Wanna find this necklace? That's a reasonable thing to be upset about, and you couldn't just get a different swan feather. I mean, unless you lied to him. But also don't do that, because it's sentimental for a very specific and good reason. So let's see if we can find it. Alright, wouldn't it be nice if we just found it? If they were just like, oh, here it is. Done. No.
We searched this whole courtyard, including inside the fountain. My necklace isn't here.
Maybe we should retrace your steps, Talbot. Can you remember all the places you've been?
Not sure, but Probably the herbology greenhouses. I'm always in there taking care of the plants.
And that's where we'll search next. Alright.
I'm ready to search the herbology greenhouse. Let's meet there now.
Okay, kind of padding this out now. Things were interesting, but we're right back to kind of tedious connect the dots quests. Alright, Talbot, if your necklace is in this greenhouse, we'll find it, even if we have to get our hands literally dirty.
Thanks, Will. Why don't you start by searching near the flitterbloom? I'll check to make sure the venomous centacula didn't get their vines on it.
Well, Talbot, Penny told me you liked plants, but I didn't realize you were so interested in herbology.
I don't know about that. I just picked up a few things over the years, working with my mom in her garden. She was a healer at St. Mungo's Hospital for magical maladies and injuries. She'd always insist her homegrown ingredients were more effective, so her garden was full of all sorts of odd plants.
So you picked up a love of plants from her.
Yeah, working with plants still helps me relax, so Professor Sprout agreed to let me help out in the greenhouses. Especially during this time of year, when I need to take my mind off of... Never mind, I've talked enough about myself already.
Yeah, I have that effect on people. No, don't stop now. Are you kidding? This might be the most you've ever talked about yourself. Don't stop now.
I do have to admit it. It does feel nice having someone to talk to besides the owls in the owlery. Every time I try to talk about my mom, they're like, "Hoo!" And I'm like, "That's rude, it's my mom." "Hoo! No, she's my mother." But there will be time for more of that later, after we find my necklace.
Alright, I get the hint. Let's start searching for the necklace. Gotta find that first. 3 hours of herbology. Alright, herbology search complete.
We combed through every pot and bag of dirt, but no luck. No luck even. My necklace isn't here either.
Try to think of Talbot. Is there anywhere else your necklace might be?
The library? I spent a lot of time writing there.
It's worth a shot. Let's head there next. Madam
Pince is distracted quick. Now let's search the library.
Third chapter's the one we're padding out. That's okay. We'll get back to the plot in a bit. Probably.
I'm with you that Madam Pince isn't really a person, but the library's well-made incarnate. Just a thought.
Oh. Magic. Madam Pince won't shush me for thinking too loudly, although I was thinking out loud.
If I need to see looking crows, let me know. I'm still missing a dictionary after Miss Tonks's last incident.
I'm happy to have you search, Talbot, but the library is huge. Is there any place we should focus on in particular?
The poetry section, maybe? That's where I do most of my browsing.
You like to read poetry?
Read and write. I figured I said that. You probably think it's odd that I like to write poetry.
No, it's great. Not at all. I think it's brilliant that you write poetry.
Really?
Of course. Can I read it sometime?
Not in this lifetime.
So that's perhaps later then, because I'm going to keep poking you about it until you let me read all of the poetry. Does it rhyme? Or is it like so artsy that it's too good for rhyming? Ooh. Both are fine. Though I have to say, I wouldn't have pegged you for a writer.
I wouldn't go that far. I dabble. My dad was the real writer. He used to write for the Daily Prophet. He snuck one of my poems into the paper once. I was 6, so it was terrible. But he didn't care. He was proud.
Sounds like he was really great, Talbot.
Yeah.
I appreciate you telling me all this stuff about your parents, Talbot. I know it means a lot to you. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were finally opening up to me as a friend.
Good thing you do know better. Anyway, the library isn't going to search itself. Let's get started.
Okay, if you think so, Talbear. Talbear the Owl Bear. Go along with however you're feeling. Okay. Library adventures complete. Gotta finish that poetry side quest.
No luck. Again. I've even asked Madam Pince. Between shushes, she told me she hadn't seen any sign of it in the library. We're running out of places to look.
About that, Talbot, I know you missing class and avoiding everyone is about more than just losing your necklace. Professor McGonagall mentioned you seemed down even before it went missing. You've been telling me a lot about your parents. Did something happen? Are you missing them more than usual?
No offense, Will, but for now I'd just like to focus on finding my necklace.
I understand. And don't worry about thinking up another place to look, Talbot. I have an idea about where to search next.
I'm not sure why we're searching the charms classroom, but let's get started now.
Maybe it got charmed up there? What's going on in charms?
Where are we searching the charms classroom?
Just hear me out. Professor Flitwick uses feathers to teach Wingardium Leviosa in charms, right?
Right.
And your necklace has a feather on it, right?
Right.
So I thought maybe your necklace might have gotten mixed up with Professor Flitwick's supply of feathers.
Of course you would.
But you admit it's possible, right?
Theoretically, yes.
So let's get searching. We have a lot of feathers to sort through. Alright. Feather looks. This seems like a really good guess for where this might have gone. Alright, that should wrap up part 4. Hopefully we find his necklace. I genuinely care about this necklace.
It was a good idea, but it looks like my necklace isn't here either. Well, what if I never find my necklace?
You'll still have the memories. It might happen. Sometimes we lose valuable things. Sometimes we lose things that are very dear to us, and then they're just gone. But that doesn't make your parents any more or less here. Even if we're not able to find the necklace, you still have all of those memories of your parents. That's what's important about that. Losing the necklace doesn't mean you've lost your connection to them.
I get why your friends always come to you for advice. Who knew you could be so deep?
And without any poetry. It's both a blessing and a curse.
Seriously though, Will. Thank you. I'd be in a bad place if you hadn't insisted on butting into my business.
Of course, Talbot. I know things have been hard on you, but it was nice to see you laughing earlier. Aren't you glad I came along?
Not if you're gonna lord it over me if I say yes.
Oh, I'll lord it. I'm gonna rub your face in how cool I am. Still,
I will admit that I'm enjoying searching for my necklace with you more than I expected.
it's almost as if we're friends.
I wouldn't go that far.
For now, but I'm confident I'll wear you down. It's just the word that's bothering you. We're clearly behaving as friends. You just don't want to put a title on things.
So, where should we search next?
About that, I'm thinking we might be going about looking for the necklace the wrong way.
What do you mean?
That it's time we put our Animagus abilities to good use. Time to be birds! I guess that's more awkward if you're not both birds, but we're both birds! We can both go flying! Part 4. Your search for Talbot's missing necklace begins to show promise, but will finding it convince Talbot to accept your offer of friendship? Hey, if we do this, do we also get the feather necklace? Do we get to wear that around? I mean, he should probably keep it. It's his. His friendship will be enough. I don't need material goods, but also give me them.
I can't hurt to search the training grounds again. Let's meet there now.
But first we turn into birds. Does that change this drastically? Like, I wonder if the previous quest is a prerequisite for even doing this one.
I thought I told you that I already searched the training grounds, Will.
And I thought you told me that it couldn't hurt, so stop hurting me. Yeah, but did you search it while in your Eagle Animagus form?
No. You think we should use our Animagus abilities to search for a missing necklace?
Yeah, maybe you lost it while you were a bird. Go to places that you birded. Think about it. We have abilities as animals that we don't have as humans. We can use our heightened eyesight as birds to scan the grass for the necklace. And maybe if you see some mice, we could kill and eat them together.
Good idea, Will. It'll be harder to miss any sign of the necklace as animals. But how will we transform without anyone noticing? It's not exactly subtle magic.
Everyone's in the Great Hall eating lunch. It's Shepherd's Pie Day, so they should be plenty distracted. Also, I'm registered, so who cares? Plus, I searched the area to make sure no one's around, so there won't be any more surprise guests.
Then let's not waste any time. We got a lot of ground to cover.
I'm surprised at that for sure. You'd want to personally make sure no one's around.
I trust you. If you say it's safe, it's safe.
Sounds like something a friend would say to another friend.
Let's just transform and start searching. We need to finish before anyone notices.
I mean, once we're birds, who cares? People will be like, whoa, there are some birds running around. Birds in the training grounds? How could they? Alright, I think this may be one of the most annoying clicking things that I've had so far, because the only things to click on are the two of us as birds, and we're never not moving. It's just circling around the whole time. Alright, whatever. Hopefully we found his feather. Did you find your necklace, Talbot?
No, but I did find the broken clasp.
Are you sure it's from your necklace?
I'm sure. I've taken it off and put it back on so many times I'd recognize it anywhere.
Show me where you found it. The rest might be nearby.
I already checked. All I could find was the clasp. But I did find 2 sets of footprints nearby. One set was definitely human, but the other one looked like it might have belonged to a cat.
A person and a cat? That sounds like Filch and Mrs. Norris.
You think Filch might have taken my necklace? Why?
Just to clean up. Filch is the Hogwarts caretaker. Keeping the grounds clean is part of his job. I don't think this is necessarily malicious. He just found some stuff and cleaned it up, maybe. He's probably tidying up and picked it up.
Now I feel bad for questioning his motives.
He deserves to be questioned at least a little, but I think, you know, regardless of why he took it, I bet he brought it back to his office. We should head there next.
I'll practice my Aloha Mora.
Easy enough to get in. Never ascribe to malice that which is adequately explained by incompetence, right? Okay. I like where this is going well enough. Let's check out his office. Although if he was just cleaning up, I feel like we could probably just ask him. Hey, Filch, did you find a necklace?
Yeah. It's got a feather on it. Doesn't look very valuable. Looks stupid. Here you go.
If Filch did find and take your necklace, I bet he's storing it here with the rest of his confiscated goods.
I still can't believe Filch makes it so easy to sneak into his office.
Getting in might be easy, but we still need to find your necklace and leave before Filch returns from his patrol.
Then let's not waste any more time.
Alright. 3 hours. They're just not giving us a break on these stars. Alright. So much time in Filch's office.
I searched every drawer, box, and cabinet twice, but I couldn't find the necklace. What about you?
Didn't find the necklace, but I did find Filch's student records from the day the necklace went missing. There might be something in here about the necklace.
It's worth a shot.
Looks like Filch did find your necklace, Talbot. He confiscated it on the grounds that it seemed suspicious. The unusual feather made him think it might be related to the black quills I found that contained messages from R.
Did the record say where he put it?
Apparently Mrs. Norris really loved your necklace. She kept trying to chew and swat it, so he gave it to her.
He's using my mom's necklace as a cat toy?
I'm sorry, Talbot.
It's alright. At least I know that if I find Mrs. Norris, I'll probably find my necklace. Never that I'd be glad that Filch takes detailed notes on students.
If you little snot obeyed my rules, my reports would be nothing to worry about.
Filch!
It's Mr. Filch to you. Why are you trespassing in my office and reading my personal files?
I kind of don't like either of these, just because I really was hoping that the honesty was the way to go with this particular thing. We're keeping an eye on misbehaving students, we're cleaning up your office. He's not really going to buy either of those. I'm going to skip both buttons. Talbot lost his necklace. We thought you might have found it and brought it back to your office. We only snuck in to get it back.
Do I look like a fool? That's exactly the kind of story troubles like you would make up to weasel your way out of trouble. 2 of you coming with me. We're gonna have a talk with Professor Dumbledore.
Wait, Mr. Filch.
Wait, Mr. Filch, don't blame Will. I snuck into your office to play a trick on you. Will just came to talk me out of it.
Talbot, what?
You can punish me, but Will didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to help me, but I was too daft to let him. I realize that now.
Talbot, are you sure?
Alright, quit your whimpering. You can go, Bits, but I've got my eye on you.
It's alright, Will. I'll deal with this. Then meet up with you later. We have a cat to find.
I'm a little disappointed that didn't go very well, but alright.
First you drag me to Dumbledore's office by the ear. As I'm done, I'll be ready to find Mrs. Norris.
Okay. 3 hours, so we can't quite do the next one. Sort of glad I rushed through it. Looks like we'll find Mrs. Norris, and then... almost done. Okay, our timer is up, and while I was waiting, I actually finished the dueling event. So what we're gonna do is just go over here. We're gonna adopt a dragon. We're gonna make Charlie nice and jealous. We're gonna get a Welsh green dragon.
Rawr, my dragon!
then we're gonna spend some time bonding and feeding dragons. Not really been featuring this side thing so much because it's really just kind of busy work and doesn't contribute anything to the story. But I am still kind of paying attention to it on the sides. Deadly level 1. Whoa! I like that it's good that we gave it a steak, but we pulled that steak out of a bag of peanuts. We don't have like a steak tray. All right. Just it's a peanut glazed steak that gives it extra flavor. That's just a thing that happens. Fine. All right, let's find us a kitty cat. Talbot, I'm glad to see you made it out of Filch's clutches in one piece.
It certainly wasn't for lack of trying on Filch's part. He kept trying to convince Professor Dumbledore to let him use his shackles.
Sounds like him.
Thankfully, I was able to explain the situation to Professor Dumbledore, and he let me off easy.
You didn't have to cover him for me back at Filch's office like that, Talbot. It was my idea to sneak in after all. Now you're on Filch's radar. He's going to keep a closer eye on you and pry into your business. It's going to be even harder to keep your secret safe.
You're right. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. You deserved it after everything you did to help me. You really are my acquaintance. Never mind. There's time for that later. For now, let's focus on getting my necklace back. Let's look around and see if we can find Mrs. Norris. There's a chance she still has my necklace.
What a tease if you got right here and then ran out of time in the quest and he was like, you really are my goodbye forever. And you never actually finished out the quest. I'm assuming you probably would get a second chance at this at some point. I'm not really sure how they've handled that because so far I haven't missed any of the limited time events. I usually have a little spare room to get through them. But I know definitely some of you have missed something. So if you've experienced a rerun, I'm just curious how that works. All right, we assume Mrs. Norris must be out here somewhere. There's Mrs. Norris. Oh, and happens to conveniently still be carrying around the necklace.
And she has my necklace!
Turns into a bird, picks up Mrs. Norris, drops her in the Forbidden Woods. Doesn't look like she's gonna part with it so easily.
I'd suggest we use a Mobulus on her, but if that's how angry Filch gets for sneaking into his office, I'd hate to see his reaction when he finds his cat's been immobilized. How are we gonna get my necklace back from Mrs. Norris without becoming a scratching post?
I think food. I think bribe her with food is the most for cats. Levitation charm might work, although then Miss Norris is just gonna adorably bat at the feather. I figured something like this might happen, so I snuck some poultry from the Great Hall before I came. We could try using it to distract her. She might belong to Filch, but she's still a cat.
Sounds good. Hopefully her love of food outweighs her hatred of us.
I guess we'll find out. It doesn't matter if she's just distracted.
Leave it to Filch to have a cat that's more interested in punishments than treats. What do you do now? Mrs. Norris isn't going to just sit around while we try a bunch of ideas.
Using our Animagus forms helped us find the necklace. Maybe it can help us get it back, too.
Alright, but I'll leave the honor of distracting Mrs. Norris to you. I'm not a fan of cats.
Then I'll distract Mrs. Norris while you grab the necklace.
Good luck, Will.
Alright, kitty. Cats don't like to fight birds, do they? Oh, they do? That's awkward. Okay, distraction complete though, apparently.
I got my necklace.
Ah! Good thing Mrs. Norris can't actually report on our animagusing. Just in time, I was starting to worry I'd become Mrs. Norris's lunch.
Thanks, Will. I don't think I could have gotten my necklace back without you.
Of course, Talbot. I'm happy I could help.
I need some time alone now, but let's meet later. I think I'm finally ready to talk.
Alright. Talking is good.
Ready to explain things to you properly. Why don't we meet in the courtyard now?
This should be the last one. Oh, there he is. I was like, what? Where did just as far back as he could be. Talbot, was your necklace alright? I hope Mrs. Norris didn't damage it too badly.
It was nothing Reparo couldn't fix. Honestly, I was so happy just to have it back that I didn't really care. Thanks again for everything you did to help me get my necklace back. I never thought I'd be so happy to have someone refuse to mind their own business.
You're welcome, I think. So, what do you want to talk about?
You were wondering why I've been missing class and being extra distant recently. I think I might be ready to tell you, but I still feel a bit unsure.
It's okay, Talbot. We don't have to talk about something serious right away. Let's chat and hang out a bit first. It might make you feel comfortable opening up. Alright, 3 hours chatting it up. Ooh. This is a cool shot. If you are either a lady or a guy and looking at the romantic track with Talbot, that was a interesting shot in the courtyard that they haven't given us with anybody else. Alright, let's finalize this. Alright. All finished.
You're right, Will. Chatting and joking around did help me feel better. So much so that I think I'm finally ready to explain things.
You don't have to if you don't want to, Talbot. Especially if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
No, it's okay. I want to. I trust you. Remember how I told you my parents were killed by Death Eaters? Well, it's the anniversary of their death.
That would explain why Professor McGonagall thought you seemed down even before you lost the necklace. I'm sorry, Talbot. It must be a rough time for you.
When I realized I'd also lost my necklace, I just couldn't cope. It felt like I was losing my parents all over again.
It's understandable, Talbot. But why not tell someone? Talking about it might have made you feel better.
I don't know. I guess I was afraid one day it'd be used against me. I've seen what can happen when you're not careful. It seemed safe to just keep things to myself.
I would never betray your trust like that, Talbot.
Thanks, Will. I understand that now.
It's about time.
Hey, if I made it too easy for you, it wouldn't be any fun.
So, does this mean you're done flying solo?
Don't get me wrong, I'd still rather be alone than around people. But with you, I feel different. When I thought about all the time we spent together, I realized something. I realized that I was enjoying things more with you than I would have been alone. That I didn't want to run up on and be by myself again at the first possible moment. I haven't felt that way about anyone since my parents.
Does this mean what I think it does?
Yes, I can't talk my way out of admitting it any longer. You're my friend, Will. And I'm happy to finally have someone I can rely on and trust.
It means a lot to me to hear that, Talbot. Thanks. So does this mean you're ready to get matching friendship bracelets?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But seriously, Will, thank you for everything. I'll see you later, friend.
Caw-caw! And away he flew, never to be seen again. But okay, flying solo complete. We have now added Talbott Winger as our friend. So he's going to show up in our little Rolodex. Only 240. Seems relatively easy to level him up. Compared to like Diego over here takes 10 times the friendship points to gain 1 level right now. I mean, I put a couple levels into him, but okay, well, I will definitely be leveling up Talbot a little bit because I'm very curious if he's going to be used in the main story at all, or if it's just going to be continuing side quest adventure sort of things. But in case he shows up, I want to be ready. Let me know if you got him. Good luck, everybody, if you're still playing along, and I will see you hopefully with some more story coming up soon. Bye for now.